Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. We can say of the Lord, He's our refuge, our fortress, our strength, our God in whom we do trust. We have everyone here, whatever your faith and beliefs are. I'm so happy you're here. Sis, I love you. I love you. I love you. It doesn't matter to me at all. So today we're going to get started. If a friend sent you this, girl, she loves you. She cares about you, whether you are single or married. This is a daily dose of inspiration for us. Okay, I's married, and this is for us. And my name is Montina. That's my government name. And I created this because I really felt like I needed this. My younger version of me needed this, and my current version of me needs this, and my future version of me is going to look back and say, girl, I needed this. Because we all go into marriages understanding it's going to be a challenge, it's going to take some work. But now, no one ever outlines the work it's going to. Well, maybe people have. Let me say this, there are books out there. But when you get in, it's just so blissfully wonderful and honeymooning, and you forget that you will have to continue to do the work. If you are single, you should not feel a certain kind of way around people. Like, I don't want to say I want a man. I don't really need a man. No, if you want to be in a relationship, it's okay. And for those of you that may have peeped in here because you're like, I don't know if I really want a man. I really like my peace. I like being single. I just want to let you know, sis, either way, you got to choose your life. You got to choose what they say your heart. You either want to be in a relationship or you don't. But really, once you get to a certain age, your options really decrease. And I'm just trying to say, I didn't know that. My daughter put me on Match.com. I'm getting 100 messages a week. I'm like, this is crazy. Got off of it. She put me back on. She had to check the messages. My husband sent me a message. I did not respond immediately. About a week later, I did. Sunday, Tuesday, our first date. Within 2 weeks, he said, would you get married again? And in my mind, I was like, I don't know. But I said, yeah, I would. And I'm married. And it's been wonderful. When I look back, like, man, I could have done this sooner, hopefully with him, but it could have been sooner. But I was thinking the same thing as you. I was getting my kids out the house. And did I want to be married? Because if you haven't seen great marriages, or if you haven't been in a great marriage, or if you're around some, I mean, lives, I can honestly say life just lives. And you might be discouraged, but relationships are fun. They're good. Having a companion feels amazing. Doing life with someone is awesome. Having something to do with someone is great. Even when I don't have something to do with my husband, knowing he's here, we sit up late at night sometimes we don't, but it's doing life together. So I just want you to know, if you want to do life with somebody, sis, I'm here to support you. And you have sisters and goddesses here that are like, yeah, girl, you could do this. They crazy. They all crazy, but you're going to be all right. So 80% of the time, that man is going to work your nerves, sis, and you're going to work his. And 20% of the time, you can be like, oh my God, you're going to chase him around the house because you're like, I'm so in love. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. Okay, but it's men, oh, pause, the men. Okay, so again, I'm doing this for you, sis, because we need each other. There's a reason why God has us connected, okay? And I'm so blessed and honored that you're my sister girl, my sister friend. So, as you know, I actually have an agenda that I follow. And I do want to get into our devotion today. And again, I do this not because things are terrible in your marriage. You're not here, a friend said this to you. You could be up here where you're like, girl, things are good. And I'm happy for you. You could be in the valley and I'm praying for you. You could be coming up out of the valley and I'm here to honor you. Wherever you're at in your space, as long as he ain't putting his hands on you, now, that's dishonorable. And some of the emotional things, get a therapist, because some of those are inner childhood things. I have talked about this. My husband is a very masculine framed man. And we're going to talk about, I talk a lot about masculine, the polarities between masculine and feminine. And for early on, I really did have to tell him, hey, you just a little too rough with me. Not physically, but just the things he'd say. I would be up in tears, y'all. And then it got to a point where he'd be afraid to say something to me because I was so sensitive. I would cry. I would cry. I'm a crier. And so we had to find the harmony in our relationship. Like, you can't talk to me like all crazy or, lower your voice because it makes me a little scared. And we had to understand that with each other. And then I had to go back and say, okay, why do I feel this way? And I had to address that issue too. Okay. All right. Oh, yay. I'm glad y'all sending the messages. Oh, look at that's what that. Yes, girl. Yes. Okay, let me stay focused, y'all. Let me stay focused. Making sure my mic is on. So if there's anything crazy going on, put it in the chat. I glance at it from time to time. But with our devotion, battlefield of the mind, be suspicious of suspicion. Love bears up under anything and everything that comes, is ever ready to believe the best of every person. 1 Corinthians 13:7. And this is Joyce Meyer talking, and she says she could honestly say that obedience to this scripture has always been a challenge for her. She was brought up to be suspicious. She was actually taught to distrust everyone, especially if they pretended to be nice because they must want something. In addition to being taught to be suspicious of others and their motives, she had several very disappointing experiences with people, not only before she became an active Christian, but afterward as well. Meditating on the components of love and realizing that love always believes the best has helped her greatly develop a new mindset. When your mind has been poisoned, or when Satan has gained strongholds in your mind or the enemy, it has to be renewed according to God's word. It has to be renewed. This is done by learning the word, and y'all know I'm a proponent of the power in books, and meditating, pondering, muttering to yourself, thinking on it. We have the wonderful spirit in us to remind us when our thoughts are going in the wrong direction. God does this for us when she's having suspicious thoughts instead of loving thoughts. The natural man thinks, if I trust people, I'll be taken advantage of. Perhaps the benefits will far outweigh any negative experiences. Trust and faith bring joy to life and help relationships grow to their maximum potential. Suspicion cripples an entire relationship and usually destroys it. The bottom line is this: God's way works, man's way doesn't. God condemns judgment, criticism, and suspicion, and so should we. Love what God loves, hates what he hates. A balanced attitude is always the best policy. Now, that doesn't mean that we are not to use wisdom and discernment in our dealings. We don't have to throw open our life to everyone we meet, giving every person we encounter a chance to crush us. That's that oversharing. On the other hand, we don't have to look at everyone with a negative, suspicious eye, always expecting to be taken advantage of by others. And this is, again, back to our marriages, back to your relationships. If you're single, sis, I cannot promise you, I cannot guarantee you that the man you're dealing with, they say, well, he might be married, he might be this, but you really do need to think the best. Exercise caution, meditate, listen, pay attention to the details. My married sisters, okay? We got to believe the best about our husbands when he walks out the door, when he's at work, when he's out and about. Believe the best. That's why I'm big on, you need to be the best version of you. That's why, I go to the gym in the mornings. I'm going back to Pilates at 9:15. I went this morning at 6 a.m. because when I walk out this door, he will be more worried about me than I'm worried about him, because I'm walking out, honey, I'm my best. That suspicion. Okay, have you had but pretty much every woman has had a man cheat on her, and most men have had women cheat on them. Y'all think that women don't cheat? We emotionally get caught up in situations and with people that are flirtatious with us. So I don't want you to be suspicious of your husband. I don't want you to be suspicious of everyone you date. You really want to have a fresh slate and wipe it fresh and clean. Okay, that's why therapy is really, really important. And that's with our devotion today. So again, be suspicious of suspicions in your mind. And that's why I keep saying, renew your mind, renew your mind, renew your mind, renew your mind, especially if you've been in your marriage for quite some time. Now, I got my tea here. I'm drinking a wellness tea. I love to drink and sip on my teas because they're important for me. Now, I wanted to go into our practical side. There's power in these books. Get a book, get some information, get this all down in your spirit. And I repeat it all the time. Now, I like this book called The Way of the Superior Man. It's for men, but we can read it as women and understand our men. And one of the things in here that he talks about is women are not liars. Okay. So for my men, if you're watching this, we are not liars. Keeping your word. And again, I want to make sure I'm discussing the polarities, the differences between masculine and feminine, because I want you to walk in your feminine, in your soft life. I want you to have a provider, protector, producer, man. It's like, I'm there for you. And that way you can walk in your most soft, beautiful, feminine self and serve him well, love him well, honor and respect him well. It's a much easier life. I've lived on both sides of the fence. It's a much easier life on this side. Keeping your word is a masculine trait in men or women. A person with a feminine essence may not keep her word, yet is not exactly lying. In the feminine reality, words and facts take a second place to emotions and the shifting moods of relationship. When she says, I hate you, or I'll never move, or I don't want to go to the movies, it's often more a reflection of a transient feeling wave than a well considered stance with respect to events and experience. On the other hand, the masculine means what it says. A man's word is his honor. The feminine says what it feels. Feminine feels. Masculine energy, think, want, like. A woman's word is her true expression in the moment. Okay, think about it. It's just your expression in the moment. I have an uncle that I talk to a lot. Excuse me, I'm on the last ends of my cold. And my uncle, one day he was like, I notice you say things and you don't really mean them at the moment. And like because I read, I said, well, you know what? I just say what I mean in that moment. I said, but I might think another way. He was like, but you do that a lot. I said, because I'm a woman. Some of the things that you do, sis, it's just because you're a woman. It's because you're feminine. Stop apologizing. That's why you need to read and understand who you are in your feminine essence, because a lot of you, especially my older women that watch us over 40, you younger ones, you're probably still walking in it, but you don't understand it. As you get older, you start to understand it because you start studying it. Study femininity and feminism, and not just from women, like read the books and understand how men are thinking about us too. Okay. So that's why I don't say a whole lot to my husband until I'm 100% sure most of the time, because that's that feminine. I talk about what I feel, and it's in the moment. I might change my mind, and it's okay. And even if he'll mention it, I'll say, because I'm a woman, because I'm feminine, so it's okay to do that. The practical side, I talk about our power. I talk about prayer, which is so important. Pray before you say, sis. Okay. I have friends now say, what will Montina do? Pray before you say, exercise emotional maturity, meditate, hear from God. It's coming up to the weekend. Hear from God. Okay, what is it that you need to do this weekend? Understand this weekend. Don't spend the whole weekend cleaning. Enjoy your husband. Enjoy your life. Yes, enjoy your children. Enjoy him. Okay, prioritize your spouse. Prioritize your dating. Y'all should be going to the restaurant, sitting at the bar, put on your little sundress, put on your heels or your little pumps, whatever you need to do, and then understand the purpose of a relationship. Understand the purpose of your marriage is to make you the best version of yourself, and making it practical. Pay attention to the details. This was mentioned in my Pilates class because most of our bodies are changing. Our Pilates, my waist is coming in, and my instructor, she was a chief, y'all, in the Navy. She joined sometime, Melinda, and she was noticing things. And I thought about that, and she and I were talking after class. It's so important to pay attention to the details. Stay connected in your marriage. Do not check out. Now, some of you all, because I know your situations, have to gray rock, and um, some of the words I say, some of the phrases, I understand that narcissistic personality disorder, but gray rock, that means you just don't share the very important details because they won't say something negative anyway, but that's just their personality. Stay connected in other ways. Stay connected. Don't check out. When you check out of your marriage, especially as a woman, it is so difficult to check back in. Keep your heart open. Guard your heart as it relates to your spouse. Pay attention to the small things with you, with him. Send a text. My friend today, she saw I took a text. I send my husband a text every day. My husband works in a classified place. We don't even have his cell phone. They lock it up. Okay. It's very classified. My husband doesn't text me during the day. He might text me once a week and respond. And she mentioned, she's like, I used to text my husband. He stopped. He don't respond. I said, I don't really text him for a response. I text him for me. I be sending him pictures. I'm having a whole conversation, but he notices. See, these men notice more than you think. And I guess as women, we expect men to be women. They're not, y'all. They are men. They will not notice everything. So again, The Way of the Superior Man it's a quick read. Each chapter is like 2 pages. Keep it fun this weekend. Keep it fun this weekend. Keep it fun. Keep it light, and recognize the season of life that you're in your marriage. Y'all got little kids. It's going to be a little different. You got sneak in sex here and there. You don't have kids. To me, it takes a little bit more to stay plugged in. You do have children. Don't spend all your time talking about them kids, especially when they're adults and grandkids. Find out more about your spouse, because that's what's happening with a lot of us at work. Okay, they're plugged in, they're connected. You feel these connections, feel this energy. Says someone wants your man. I don't know why. We walk around here thinking, no, nobody want him. Yes, they do. I don't have that posture in my marriage. Somebody wants me just like somebody wants him. Somebody's waiting around the corner, honey. Because they like, oh, he good. He got you. Oh. So again, it's not that you're walking with a posture, someone gonna take your man. You want to be the best version. So you're paying attention to your man. Okay. I hope this helps y'all because I love being here with you and it helps me. This is our 50-second like call like this. Can y'all believe it? I have 52 things to say and y'all showed up. So that's it. Let me look through here in the chat. Excuse me. Hey, Jonks. The Way of the Superior Man is the name of this book. I also have something called the Happy Wife Project. You're welcome to join if you want. I have over 100 posts in the Happy Wife Project, and it's something I started before I started this. And you can join. I am going to get more active over there. But again, this is for us that are married. Like, we should be running around. We should be like, people look at us like, whoa, yeah, you shouldn't have to fake it. Like, oh, my husband ain't. Listen, don't speak negatively about your husband. Because they all crazy. I'll say mine crazy too. Okay, but be the best version of yourself. You walk around your cute version of yourself. You are in the finest wives club because you're here. You are working on being fit, feminine, friendly, fun, interesting, nice, exciting, energetic, sexy, sassy, trauma free. Okay, you got this. So we're going to put it on. Self care, self maintenance. Self care is important. Spiritual, emotional, mental, physical. That's your self care. I got my hair done yesterday. I'm getting a massage today. I'm going back to Pilates. I'm going to get a wax today. My nails done. That's self-maintenance. So self-care and self-maintenance are different. You need your sister circle, unicorns and rainbows. If you are running around, you have no girlfriends, no sister friends, that's just not good. You got to connect somehow. Even email me. It's not good to not have friends. Walking in the world, the only people you talk to is your husband and your kids. It's depressing. You need friends. Check on folks. Check on your sisters. Hey, sis, I'm just thinking of you. I'll send a quick text today. I sent that to a couple girlfriends I haven't seen at Pilates. Okay. The other thing is put on your armor, Ephesians 6:11. Okay, put it on every single day when you walk out of here. Understand the enemy is after you. Like, he really, really wants you. Because why? Because you showing up differently in the world. You glowing up differently and you're doing the work. And that frustrates other people. But you keep being your gorgeous self. Okay. No weapon formed against you shall prosper because the joy of the Lord is your strength. Okay. The joy. So you have a great weekend. Go out and do something fun. I will be Chicago stepping this weekend. If y'all need something, my email's there. I do respond. Like, I'm me. Okay. I'm me. I am 100% me. I am a Googleable person. And I'll tell you, I don't hide who I am. I'm going into public office. I'm here to serve, this world in a big way. And I want you to do that too. All right. So, hey, y'all. Hey, let me just look here. Oh, thank you, your pa. All right. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Hey, Glendora. Oh, let me add this. Hey, Cena. Hey, Claudel. Got some new folks here. Hey, Antoinette. I do want y'all to know. Okay, I'm trying not to. Maybe these calls will be next till like 15, 20 minutes. Glendora is the one here. And I will tell you this as a woman. Sometimes, there are women that you like, I'm trying to be their friend. And I knew that like this woman needed to be my friend. And so like one day I was like, look, I want to be friends with you. I mean, I think that's like the text I sent to her. And I was like, I want to be your friend. Like, I don't want to just be surface. There are some people you want to go a little deeper in life with. You just want to do life with them. I have a neighbor like that. And I'm very mindful of checking in with her because I want to do life with her. So some of us are assigned to do life together. Okay. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be suspicious. Remember, we talked about that today. So, anyways, y'all have a great, wonderful day. I love you, love you, love you. Get your nookie time in this weekend. Okay, don't go too long without getting your special sexual time. He needs it. You need it. Keeps you connected. Okay. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. And I will see y'all back on Monday. Bye. Hey, Starla. You guys have a great weekend. Bye.